Well, hello there. Kumusta po kayo? How are you? And thank you for tuning in to another edition of Paul Guzman Presents Art. So I'm just on my way over to the Outsiders and Others Gallery, which is located at 716 East Hastings Street here in Vancouver, built on the ancestral territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And we're about to go and have a look at a group show called Southern Cross, which is a collection of tramp art. So, what is tramp art anyway? So why don't you join me and we'll go and have a look. We'll find out because we're going to be lucky enough to have a curator's tour. So I hope you can join me. Thank you. Okay, so we're just gonna go and have a look at the little sort of advertising for this show. It's called Southern Cross. It's on until March 30th. And this is the Outsiders and Others Gallery, which is located at 716 East Hastings Street here in Vancouver. So I have just behind me over here um, the proprietor, owner, curator of this gallery. His name is Yuri Arais, and he's going to be talking a little bit more about tramp art because first and foremost, Yuri, what is tramp art?
Well, tramp art is a subcategory of folk art. Folk art has a long tradition of storytelling. Is the easiest way to describe what folk art is. It's objects, it's textiles, it's things that pass on traditions of stories, whether they're patterns, whether they're stylistic things. It's all about cultural stories that get passed on. This genre of tramp art is a specific genre of art that of outsider art that kind of was really big in the 50s in the United States and primarily in the southern states. The word tramp art really does not justify what it does. It makes it sound too specific. It really was a broad movement in the 50s. And a lot of these pieces, actually all of these pieces that you're seeing in this show, they are all crosses or crucifixes. They are all made out of matchsticks, wooden matchsticks, every piece in the show. There's other elements too, but wooden matchsticks are primarily what everything is made out of. And that is very indicative of this genre of art, as well as a lot of tramp art is created through larger pieces of wood that are carved and chiseled in these very meticulous patterns. That's one of the things that makes it all fit together stylistically.
So I was sorry to interrupt, but
No.
I was just reading about tramp art a little bit, and it had mentioned that from like I guess just before the Depression era, and now right up until maybe even right now, most of the tramp art were actually being made from, let's say, cigar boxes, and also kind of like they kind of make certain things like frames or even sort of just boxes, but these are crucifixes.
Yes.
So when did this genre of crucifix, you think, started, and why Southern Cross? Why is it just the South? Is there anything about the Northern that has anything to do with this type of genre?
I couldn't answer whether it happens in the north or not. It's generally because these are you ask about crosses. Why crosses? It's just like a box. It's just like a frame. It's a utilitarian object of that era, and so it's just like a box. And if you look at the piece that you just passed, I'm going to show you how it's created. It is not only matchsticks, but every piece is a matchbox. You can see the whole base is put together with
Oh wow!
matchboxes, and that's probably, you can see on the sides there, it's a matchbox. So that's the foundation of what everything is. And then I will also show you the backs. The backs create beautiful patterns. I just love the backs of them all.
And they're all from like used
They
matchsticks,
are
right?
all used matchsticks, and that's about safety is having them used. But you will see the piece that you were just looking at the wall. This is the only piece we have in the show that is with unstruck matchsticks.
Unstruck. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay, so
so
that's dangerously flammable then.
they all are, but this one extra special. So you can see how it just makes the pattern raise higher. It gives it more linear, like you can see the details and the lines and the design much better. One thing I didn't mention yet is that all of these pieces are made by anonymous artists. They're not identified who the creators are, who made them. Anonymous art is a genre in the outsider art world as well. And this work, again, because it was primarily made as utilitarian functional objects, people weren't creating them as, and I'm air bracketing art, they made them as utilitarian objects that were beautiful. And the one that you're looking at now, it says mom on the bottom of the crucifix. So it was specifically made for someone's mother. And that's made out of matchsticks. It's wooden matchsticks. It's cardboard match boxes inside. It's a lot of glitter, and it's got felt pipe cleaners as well.
Felt pipe
Those
cleaners.
are felt pipe cleaners on the
These-
outlines.
Oh, I see. Let me just look. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay, sorry.
See the outline of the star, yeah.
Oh, okay. Now it's kind of interesting you mentioned something about utilitarian. So now I'm going to have to beg the question, crosses being utilitarian.
Within a Catholic community, of course.
So would you say that these are mostly sort of like a Catholic sort of like sensibility, or
Yes.
or more like a Christian,
Well,
American?
I guess in what you're saying, I think it's probably safer to say it's Christian
Iconography.
Thank you. We both couldn't say that just now. It is very much Christian
Iconography.
iconography. Woo! Sorry, I don't know what's up. So yeah, but at the same time, because it reaches so many audiences. There's so many Christians in the world, but it is typical to that. And that one, similar to the earlier one that I showed you, this is made with boxes of matches as well.
So you also mentioned like the era that this particular collection was made around when?
So from what I understand, this is a collection from somebody in the United States that we're showing, and we are selling these objects as well. They are around the 1950s from the southern United States, hence we call the show Southern Cross.
I see. And this collector has more?
The person that we are who has this collection
Yeah.
is a very, they collect a ton of folk art and stuff, and this is a body of work that they were willing to show and potentially part with. And the work is very affordable. I mean, the piece that you're looking at right now is about, 17 inches tall, and it's $150, which is
They're very affordable.
very affordable.
Yeah. I mean, also, we're just going to talk about the Outsiders and Others gallery, because this is the type of work that you show predominantly in your gallery, either outsider artists or anonymous artists. And I'm just wondering if you can talk about your gallery in terms of its mode of operating here in Vancouver and with regard to the greater sort of like outsider art field.
Thanks for asking. We focus on the genre of outsider art, which is an ever-changing genre right now because of the politics of language and how so much has changed. And so a good example is this show. Tramp art is a subcategory of folk art, and so folk art falls under the category of outsider art. And what we try to do as a nonprofit is do exhibitions on a regular basis that kind of educate our community and give them good examples of what is happening globally as far as outsider art goes. This is a very specific show about Southern American anonymous artists. We do shows about local artists. We do international artists. We do group shows. But primarily the artists that we work with are self-taught. It's our choice to kind of do that. There's exceptions to it, but self-taught artists bring a different perspective, and that's what we're trying to do, is offer you a different perspective of how art is made and how it can look. It's non-traditional, all the artists that we work with. So it's about offering a cultural choice and introducing the community to what the genre is, because there's really nobody in town who kind of focuses all year round on representing outsider art.
Okay, great. You know what? That was pretty terrific, Yuri. Thank you so much for giving us a lot of information about the show, as well as about the gallery in particular. I hope you like that video. I hope that actually gives you more sense, some sort of like sense into what outsider art is, what tramp art is, and perhaps it will elevate your faith in art as well. So, you can like this video. You can also share it on your social media channel if you wish. And also, if you wouldn't mind considering subscribing to the channel, it's all free for your enjoyment. Thank you so much for the time you spent with me. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. You have a wonderful day, and I hope art informs your life. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.